And pushed. Welcome everybody to Panfish Nation. Along with Mark, I'm Lyle, and Mark, it's going to be an exciting night tonight.
I think so. We're looking forward to this. Look at Troy and Chad. He's telling me to hurry up.
Hurry up, hurry up. Well, it wasn't really your fault.
It was all my fault. I'll take the blame. I got no problem with that.
I had something pop up here right as we was getting ready to go live. I had to stop, take care of that to make sure everything got done the right way, and it did. So here we are, and
you know what? Let me go back to Troy real quick at Real and Virtual Outdoors. You notice he is a member, right? Oh, look,
he is. Ain't that something? Hi, looky there. Which one's the tallest?
I think Betty's still got a little height on Lulu, but they won't leave her alone.
Yeah, that's
Real
the way.
Quick, we got house guests here, everybody. Look at this. The great Betty and Brandon Cross are over here for a few days. We're going to fish for some.
You're not the only one, though.
Look at that.
I came right in and grabbed his wiener.
Well, Chad's got a dog too.
He's got a wiener.
Chad's got a wiener. Chad's grabbing a wiener. We got friends all over the country here. We're having a good time. Next time we got to all meet somewhere together. I'm thinking that'd be a way to do it.
Yeah, it is. You know, and we've been waiting excitedly all day, so it was really cool to have everybody show up. And we had Miss
Hi,
Dee.
Betty Jean. Hi, Dee.
Don't mind. I'm nobody, so don't mind me, Dee.
Well, you know, Betty was texting me saying she missed me, so.
Well, I miss you both, believe it or not, including Lyle and Cindy. I miss you guys tremendously. If you guys only knew.
I'm just going to
I
apologize.
thought he was leaving me out for a minute.
It's my fault.
He was thinking.
I thought so too.
Real quick, we're going to do that giveaway today, being it's the last show of the month.
Yeah.
And I got Troy's message here telling me to hurry up. There's the giveaway right there. If you guys notice that Troy's got the little icon next to his name, that's because he's a member, right? Are we doing this for members only, Lyle?
Members only.
Members only. So I'm going to have to get a list of those members together. I'm slacking on the job here. But I can do that while you keep everybody, while Chad's in there. You know, the reason why we're late is because of Chad, everybody.
Chad showed up at 1 minute to go time in front of my house, and I wanted to make sure that he understood how to get in the back side of my property so he could park beside my boat and stuff. And then if he needs to plug up to electricity or whatever, it's all right there.
Oh, did he bring his boat?
He did.
Ooh, that's interesting. What about your boat? You guys going to take two boats out, or what are you guys doing?
Well, I figure we probably will. I don't, you know, that'd be 5 of us would be crowded in either one of them.
This is true. And where do you guys have plans to go fishing?
We haven't talked about that yet. I went to the Niagara River today. And of course, you don't take a boat where I was at. I mean, if you did, it'd have to be a kayak. I don't consider them boats, but a kayak, a canoe, inflatable boat. Hey, I like the looks of that. But yeah, that's what you'd have to have down there. And it's not that there's not some deep water in it, but there's a lot of shallow water in it. But man, it's stacked up with bluegills and stuff.
So you guys are going to start. You guys are going to chase panfish instead of catfish this week.
I'm supposed to get Dee out and show her how to operate her new fly rod.
I think that would be a good idea.
So I actually tied up some different bugs and stuff that's real easy, and you can see them that float on top of water. And that's what they was hitting today. So I used 4 different ones, and the green and yellow one was the action today. But that may or may not be the case tomorrow or next week. Next time we go, you know, nobody knows. But it was today. They liked the blue one pretty good and the white one a little bit, but the red one not so much for whatever reason. But
well, that'll happen.
The yellow and green one, they really liked it today.
Once you get them dialed in and you figure out what they want and the size they want, you're going to be all over them. So
well, it's enough rain now that the water is really swift where the grass beds are. So they wasn't biting underneath the grass beds, but they was biting. You come over here beside me, big guy.
I'm just I'm in awe to see the master.
Oh my
It is
God!
available.
Oh my goodness.
I want to sit over here and take notes.
Okay, you need a pen and paper. But yeah, they underneath that bridge in the shade. I didn't get up and get going as early as I wanted to. Yesterday, I ended up mowing my daughter's yard and all that stuff, and really didn't get to get all that stuff done that I'd planned on doing. So we're out there at 9:30, quarter till 10, when it's already 90 degrees, and I'm side arming that fly up underneath the bridge in the shade, and that's where the fish was at. Now I did catch a few in some open water, but they wasn't near as active as it was underneath that bridge in the shade.
Well, so they're looking in this heat. They're going to be looking for that.
No, just like I was. The time I got out of there, it's pretty warm. How was your trip, Chadwick?
I really thought you lived at the North Pole. It just kept getting hotter though, so I wasn't sure what happened.
He took the long way. He drove right past my house without stopping, went to the North Pole, and then came back to Hades, Missouri, Lyle.
Oh, Hades. There is a Hades, Missouri, but it's on the other side of the state.
What's the other name of the town that we believe Chad really stopped in?
Uranus.
Oh,
Uranus, Missouri.
we saw the Uranus fudge factory.
You show me that. That is some funny stuff right there.
Oh my God. The Uranus fudge factory, guys.
Kind of scary. Really is. Frank from Twisted Fishing TV says he couldn't believe he wasn't a member of this channel, but he joined this evening. So
Right
I don't know
on.
if you got that stuff loaded up yet or not. If you haven't got it loaded up, maybe we can squeeze him into that also. Get everybody.
We can squeeze him in if you want me to. I can add him to the list. I'm doing that right now. If people are wondering.
I would appreciate it. I think Frank would be
I
appreciated.
can do that. All right, let me get that done.
Wabash Nate, how can you say that? He's with me. He's safe as if he was in his mama's arms.
I can guarantee you he wouldn't be safe if he was here. I'd have to.
He's real.
Santa is real.
Santa's over there with part of his beard missing.
Over where?
Hanging off my gun cabinet. That's what I cut them strands off of to tie jigs with.
What? Wait. I've been asked to read a comment. It says, did you apply? I heard they're paying top dollar for fudge packers, Chad.
He's in the other room. He didn't even get to hear it. But that's really good, Tim.
I'll leave that up there for him.
Yeah,
Tim,
let's
though,
do that.
I'm pretty sure that Chad would do that job for free. Just saying.
You never know. Danny Stone says Carruthersville's training ground for those headed to hell. I may fish there this weekend and dedicate it to me. Well, I got to tell you, Hades, Carruthersville, all them places down there, the thing they're known for is mosquitoes. They are giants. 2 or 3 of them can get a hold of your shoulders, pack you away, and eat you like fried chicken. I'm not kidding you one bit. They got the biting mosquitoes down there I've ever seen in my life. Gidget, we was fishing a tournament over there. Gidget was a baby. Well, pretty small. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you so much. And I would take her out, and it didn't matter what you put on you. They just bite right through it. It didn't scare them at all. It was bad. I mean,
the whole state of Wisconsin's pretty much like that too, and it gets even worse up there where Mr. Luke Henges is. So,
but he deserves it.
This he does for eating that gar and that drum.
Nasty old stuff. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm convinced to eat anything. I really am.
All right, what do you say? You know what? I didn't get a chance to say hello to everybody. Lyle.
Well, let's do that.
Let me get my list of people up here. We got all sorts of guests. We got all excited.
We just wound up about everybody being here tonight.
And family's all back together, and you guys are all family too out there in chat. Don't doubt that for a second. But let's say hello to all of these good people. I see Avid Fisherman's in here. Crappie Day Fish on. He is a channel member. He's going to be entered into the giveaway. Danny Stone Outdoors is out there. What's going on, Danny? Hopefully those mosquitoes won't carry you away. There's our buddy Joe Buck 66. He's a channel member. Thanks for your support, Joe Buck. How you doing?
Mark.
Lance McCougai, the Hawaiian fisherman. What's going on, Lance?
Mark.
I see that out of the corner of my eye. I couldn't miss that. I saw that. I'm wondering why he brought you the little bottle. I'd have brought you the big one, the Magnum.
You wouldn't leave your zip code, so stop lying.
Anyways, Mr. Tully's in the house. There's Tim Molina. How you doing, Tim? There's Frank over at Twisted Fishing TV. Wabash Nate's in the house. And there's Wayne Hoska, who gave us that great super chat. Thank you, Wayne. We appreciate it immensely. So did he bring you one of them little airplane bottles?
No, it's bigger than that.
Okay, just want to make sure. Chad, why don't you move over a little bit? I can't even see you. No, I meant the other way. I wanted not to see you.
Dude, I saw their Walmart here. It's no wonder. It's made for little people, dude.
I told you.
It is the world's smallest Walmart I've ever seen in my life.
They didn't even make them that small when they first started making Walmarts.
Lyle calls it the small mart, don't you, Lyle?
That's what everybody down here calls it.
It's so small, Dockery and Lyle would almost hit their head walking in the door.
Oh, Lord.
That's not quite that bad, but it's almost that bad. They say it's the smallest Walmart that's left. That's what they say.
No, Chad, you were talking about the fudge place at Uranus, right?
Yeah.
Tim
Fudge Factory.
Yeah. Tim Molina asked this. You might want to read this.
I didn't have time to stop and see.
He said, "Did you apply? I heard they are paying top dollar for fudge packers, Chad."
I did laugh. I swear I did.
I'll be laughing enough for the both of us. Don't you worry.
Watch this. You can see Betty pointing towards that. Get Mark the highlight while he was in the other room.
What the heck? I see you followed the wrong directions, Betty Jane.
Oh, there's a little news. I get a text from Betty saying, "Oh my goodness, we're going to die for the most part," but I'm cleaning that up a little bit. Google Maps took them for a detour through the streets of Gary, Indiana.
Nice. Nice.
Let me tell you, you can smell that. You can smell that city an hour before you get to it. It stinks.
We love the good people of Gary, Indiana. If you're watching, don't you be mistaken.
You need some air freshener.
But it does resemble a little bit like East St. Louis, if you know what I mean.
I do.
Okay. So I continued to text her and let her know that they don't like people with Ohio license plates on it. She'll be lucky if she makes it out alive. So
The first question I have is, did she get on a toll road?
what'd you say, Lyle? You broke
I say
up.
the first question I have is, did she get on a toll road?
Yes,
Not on the toll road,
but
though.
not that toll road.
Now, how'd you like it?
Oh, this one was easy. You just keep on driving and then you go online and pay it. It won't be much.
Oh, okay.
$3 we got it down to.
Yeah.
$3? Well, she surely won't complain about that.
Yeah.
And I told him that I'm not coming unless he gives me the $3. So he PayPal'd me before.
That a girl. Way to go. I don't blame you for that.
That's not true.
Josh, the Weekend Angler, says Mark's window has the cooler people tonight.
That's
I don't know about that. I'm pretty happy.
Look,
Time him out?
everybody. is here.
Which one?
Josh.
Josh? Can I time him out?
We're
I'm
missing
hot, yeah.
Josh, though. Why aren't you on
click on
somebody's
it again.
window?
I think like
Oh, I'm waiting to see Josh get timed out here. I'm watching.
Don't ban him.
Almost
No
did.
hands. No hands.
Almost banned him.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody done that the other night. I don't remember who it was now.
I told you they love you. My dogs totally fell in love with Betty like everybody else does, and Brandon too.
Lyle's wiener.
Brandon, in case you guys don't know, we're gonna get Brandon on camera, even though look at him, he's off to the side.
All right.
He's enjoying my lazy boy that I have in here. One thing they said that was a little surprising to me is they said that this room is a heck of a lot smaller than what they thought. I didn't realize that people thought this room was big, but it's tiny.
It's very small. I thought it was a lot.
Oh,
bigger.
just
It looks a
delete
lot
his
bigger on
message.
camera.
Yeah, but you timed him out.
Oh, okay.
I appreciate you.
All right.
Not only it says here, let me read that. It says the Weekend Angler was banned and their comments were removed.
And I wasn't supposed to be that. It does not.
That's what it says in StreamYard. In StreamYard, it does.
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
I think that's messed up. I think he was just timed out. So
Well,
I
that's
saw him click on the timeout, not the man.
yeah. I'm not gonna.
I did the same thing to catfish regulators in my show, and I'm like, oh, I better make sure
This-
he's not banned, and he wasn't banned.
This
So
is why they don't let me share screenshots.
this is true.
Mark's not that great at it. Trust me.
Easy
Oh, is
there,
that
sister. I'm holding this train on the track, so relax.
I don't. I don't even try to use the phone and do any of that stuff.
That we know. We've seen your shaky shrimp pictures, Lyle.
They still eat good. They still eat. Speaking of which, I was so disappointed the other day when Cindy and I was out. They had filet of fish at McDonald's, buy one, get one. So we got 4 of them. Cindy had 1. I had 3. They was tiny. So we're going to Sam's, and I said, hey, don't they have fish in a box down there? They got to have about the same thing as McDonald's has got. Let's get some buns and some fish, and I'll make my own filet of fish.
There you go.
So a while ago, Cindy puts them in her cooking thing. It's not an oven. I don't know what it is, but hot air thing. And she cooked up some of them bad boys, and they were so hot they burnt the roof of my mouth. But they wasn't a fillet of fish, but they was pretty damn good.
You know, a lot of times making that stuff at home be pretty darn good. I've made the homemade fish tacos or fish sandwiches like the burbot. I've made fish sandwiches with the burbot, and they were pretty darn good. I ain't gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie one bit whatsoever. They're delicious.
Is that how you normally say it?
What'd you say?
I said, is that how you normally say it?
Say it? Yeah, burbot. Yeah.
He says we need Dockery on screen so Pops and all the kids can be on screen together.
That's why I came in here because I got a message from him telling me to shut up.
I sent him a message too with a few choice emojis.
Where's the invite? But there it is.
Frank, I resemble that comment. We're not going to highlight it though. We went out to Portillo's. If anybody knows Portillo's, you know it's pretty good. And Brandon got his first Chicago dog, which he liked a lot. And what did you have, Betty?
What was it? Italian beef sandwich?
Yep, it was
Portillo's is really good.
dipped, aka baptized with sweet peppers and cheese.
That's the only thing in that and some of their pizza places that are good about Chicago.
Yeah, we're going for pizza too. They wanted to go, so we're going to go over to
Luminati's?
Luminati's right around the corner here. We're going to
How
get
do you know about all this?
Trust me, I'm a pizza connoisseur.
a pizza kind of sewer. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I'm like that with
Afterwards.
spaghetti. Yeah, I'm like that with spaghetti. I love spaghetti, man.
Oh, I brought Sheila home an order of spaghetti from Portillo's. It's pretty good over there too. But we went there. Betty had a beef sandwich. Brandon had his hot dogs. He had 2 of them with cheese fries. I got the best crinkly cut fries. And they had some new item on there that I wasn't real happy about. They had a rodeo burger, does not match the Burger King one, Chad. Don't get all excited. But that's why I ordered it, because I'm a big fan of the rodeo burger from Burger King too. But it did not match. I didn't care for the barbecue sauce. We smoked that pork butt I've been sending you pictures of all day, Lyle. And
delicious.
we were sampling on that. We're going to have that tomorrow on some flat tacos, and we're going to go from there. So we got the
homemade
coleslaw and potato salad. Mama fish bish.
Mama fish.
Sent Pops over with the stuff. You saw Betty eating on it, and it's pretty good. So we're pretty much set. Now, all we got to do is talk a little bit about fishing and get off the food topic.
Oh, that's right.
I was gonna say, is this Food Network or you have a?
Pretty much. Lyle, let's start a food discussion show.
We need to do that.
Yeah, I mean, but you titled it Fishtail, so I figured we would have had 45 minutes of Mark telling a story about how he used to catch fish before live scope, and now he catches even less.
I don't even have live scope in my boat yet. Relax.
Here we go.
Funny. When I seen that title, my only thought was deep frying a fish tail and eating it.
Well, knowing how Mark cleans fish, it's very likely it can happen.
I got to eat the tail because I end up throwing the rest of it out, apparently.
I forget to take one whole side off.
Hey, it was nervous because of the camera. There's Freddie. What's going on, Freddie? How you doing, bud? Freddie forgot to say hello to you, Betty.
Hi, Freddie. Even though you
Hi,
forgot.
Frederick.
There's Bugman's in the house. What's going on, Bugman? He says, "Hey, my 5th favorite fishing show, Bugman. I'm gonna do you like Chad did the Weekend Angler."
Oh no,
Josh is back.
fishtails. I've not ever had fishtails. I don't guess. I know
Like finger
people.
chips.
People throw them out for yeah, if you deep fry them, yeah, they're good that way. People
Deep
throw
fry-
them out because don't use them for bait, and I think that's a big mistake.
I cut the actual tail part when I'm using the end of the bluegill or whatever bait I'm using. And now this is going to be too much information, right? Okay, I don't know how else to say this, but I'm going to try to say it as politically correct as possible. Right on the opposite side of the vent, I make sure to get that extra scent on the tail piece, and that usually does me pretty good if you understand what I'm saying. Lyle.
I got you.
All right, but
You cut behind that hole, right?
you know that town that you visited? Yeah, the Dieter hole.
The Dieter hole. Yes.
Oh, you guys are awful.
Hey, apparently, Freddie said hi to me before he said hi to you guys.
you,
didn't know.
you guys do.
All right, Freddie, she'll forgive you.
Hello, Annette. Glad to see you in here.
Oh, that's
what-
better.
What is Josh saying?
Oh, wait, we both hit that. I don't know. I have no idea.
That poop pan?
What?
Oh, Josh.
He's so
You
cute.
poop hole.
Oh my god.
You cut it right behind the Uranus fudge factory.
Oh, poor Dieter.
Oh, poor Josh.
He
He's
ain't
got,
never gonna live that down. Dieter
Josh
ain't
has got-
never gonna live
Hey,
that down.
he did that to himself.
He really.
Josh- Josh has got 30 seconds to think about that while he's in timeout again.
Oh no. I kind of liked it. Oh, it was funny.
So what are your? Do you guys have any plans for fishing or what? Let me ask Chad. Chad, what do
That's
you
probably
think?
a good idea.
What do you want to do, Chad?
Lyle will be woken up every morning by 3:30 a.m. We will be on
Holy
the water
crap.
by 5.
I'm usually not even in bed by then.
We're gonna play it by ear, Mark. To be honest with you, it's as long as I can break away and relax and have some fun. I don't care if we just go bluegill fishing a couple of times. I brought the boat. I hauled it all the way out here. I mean,
Oh, we're gonna go out.
500 and like 600 miles to see pops. Not,
Is it
Did you
that
lose
far?
any pieces?
it's about 500 something miles.
Did
mean,
you
but-
lose any pieces? Betty wants to know.
Huh?
Did you lose any pieces of your boat this time? Betty wants to know.
Not this time. Yeah, not this. No. Yeah. At least I didn't see any. But anyway,
We're gonna go to Truman Lake one day, Mark.
yeah, we're gonna do something.
We're gonna leave real early though, because it's gonna be 100 plus the rest of the week, and we'll go up there. I know where there's a flat at that's always loaded with fish, and we'll drift that flat. They all should be off the nest by now, and we're gonna have a great time, even if we don't catch any fish. But
Yeah.
that's the plan.
This
And
this is how hot it's going to be.
I got a date. I don't know what day it's going to be, but we're going to go out with the fly rod, and I'm going to introduce Dee to her fly rod and how to use it. And I'm excited about that because other than the fact that you have to go down a gravel road, and I don't like getting my truck that dirty, but regardless, you got to go down this road to get to it, and you can stand on a bridge and you can cast without getting in trees and banging stuff up.
Is it the one you did that video on?
No, it's a different one. But it's a great place for her to figure out how to hold it and how to cast it and do all that. Like I say, I've tied up a bunch of. Not like
I expect videos from both of our screens here coming back and forth over the next couple of days.
Yeah, it'll be fun, and we're probably gonna. I have to thaw it out because I didn't know what we was gonna do, so I didn't thaw anything out. But I got a pork butt I can put it out and fry, and then I can do that one day. And but like I say, it's gonna be 100 degrees, and we're 36 miles or so from the largest sporting goods store in the world.
We will be going here.
And I figure everybody that comes here wants to go to Bass Pro Shops.
Not me.
Well, everybody wants.
You gotta say you've been to that one.
It used to be.
All right, I'll give you that.
Well, it used to be when
But
people.
if I'm there with you, Lyle, I'm there to learn from the master, unlike Chad, who wants to go shopping.
The only reason he can say that, Pops, is because he will never drive this far.
He's coming in September.
I absolutely am.
I bet he gets a man cold.
A man cold. When people used to visit us, they always wanted to go to Branson. And I used to do some advertising to some of the local radio stations, and I would get tickets to some of the big shows down there. But I don't do that anymore, and we haven't been to Branson. My God, I hate driving in Branson. I just would take a beating.
Branson's got to be like the Chicago of Missouri, I'm guessing.
I'm guessing it's probably worse because their old roads are real narrow, and their lines are miles and miles long.
Yeah, it ain't no different than here, so they're probably on par. Parker Pursuit says, please video Chad casting a fly rod. Will be like a monkey slinging, and there's an emoji there.
Woo. I tell you what, I bet you I can have them doing one in 30 minutes.
I'm that good.
But I'm not gonna. I built a really pretty red and silver one. My brother-in-law.
Wait! I just hit an image I can't pass up. Did you see Titanic, Chad?
Yes.
Oh.
The one where they're at the front of the boat. I have a picture in my head of you and Lyle practicing fly fishing, just like that scene. D, if you can make that happen and get that on video, I will pay you for that.
Well, can you judge my technique already? This is the technique that I know about.
That's not going to work. Yeah, that's not going to do it.
I got to get the hand up here.
Yeah, no, I ain't going to do it.
Isn't that the pose that Brian B had on that sticker that we got?
I believe it is. I think it was more like this.
Can you time both of you all out? Fishtails.
But yeah, it's not that hard to do it. You just got to remember 10 to 1, 10 to 1, 10 to 1, and don't try to throw it out there with all your might. You just go real gentle.
When I hear 10 to 1, it sounds like the time that the buffet's got shrimp going.
I don't want to miss that.
Okay,
that's coming up Friday night, by the way.
Frank over at Twisted Fishing TV says Branson is cool. Springfield is the hood to be sure.
I tell you what, I don't know. We drove through St. Louis. I'm going to tell you, we didn't get off the interstate there, but that looked like a pilot. I mean, you ever seen where when a bird poops, you got that big old splatter of white, and there's that speck right in the middle of it.
That's chicken shit too.
No, that was Busch Stadium.
Oh.
Oh.
No, that's a home of the Cardinals. That's a new stadium, by the way, and state of the art.
I thought it was called Bud Light Stadium, Chad.
No, it is not called Bud Light.
It went from Anheuser-Busch to Anheuser-Busch.
They haven't been the owners of that for some time, but I forgot how many billions of dollars that's cost them.
Really?
But it's a lot. Yeah.
Holy moly.
Hey, I don't feel sorry for them. They had the opportunity to do the right thing.
Oh, I could read that, but I'm not going to.
Chad and Lyle will be doing the pottery making scene in the movie Ghost. Oh,
my, oh my. Even Betty's saying my, oh my.
That's pretty sad. He's the one that's going to learn how to use the fly rod.
What's going on, Mr. Greenwell? How you doing?
What I was going to say is I used an 8'6" fly rod today that my brother-in-law had bought some blanks. He was at a yard sale, and they was in the yard sale. He brought them and gave them to me. I didn't know, one of them was supposed to be one kind, one of them was supposed to be the other kind. But this one I didn't know. I didn't trust what they said it was, and I put it together, and it's been sitting here for months. And I took it out today for the first time, and I've figured out that I don't like the 8'6" blank. It's just too long. The line, you can't keep it.
Is it because it's like three times your height, or
maybe, yeah. But, I didn't care much for it. The action on it's really good for a full weight. It's a little. I would consider it more like a 5 weight, but it's supposed to be a 4 weight. But it's fun to catch fish on, and it's not hard to cast. It's just not easy to cast. It's not like the 7'6" or 8 foot ones that I have. They're just real easy to use. You just whip that line out there 30, 40 feet without any trouble at all. And this you got to work at a little bit. Not that it's hard to do. It's just not easy. And but it is fun to catch them little fish on. And let's face it, I caught dockery-sized fish all day, except for a couple. And the reason I didn't take pictures of those is because they was hooked deep and was bleeding a little bit, and I didn't want to share pictures like that.
Well, if you're getting, there were some smaller sized bluegills for sure, but if you're catching those on those artificials, you're tying something right, definitely.
Well, and I use blue ones and black ones and red ones, and but the one they really wanted today was the green and yellow. That was the action. They couldn't leave it alone. That's exactly right. When the kids come home, you remember why you made them leave. When my kids was growing up, my real kids, I'm going to leave when I turn 18. I'm going to leave when I turn 18. I said, you don't have to worry about leaving when you turn 18. When you turn 18, you graduate. I'm throwing your ass out. There ain't none of that staying around, me supporting you forever. And they was all gone real shortly after they graduated. They didn't hang out because they didn't want to play by my rules, and I had rules, and I still do. If they come by, but the end result is it worked out, and they've all done very well. But I just that's the way it's got to be. So when they come back, it's the same.
I had an in-room request to highlight that comment right there.
Okay.
It says Chad's going to go ahead and read it, Lyle.
Chad's going to look like a French maid trying to dust a tall widow, trying to cast a fly.
a tall window?
Window.
A tall window.
That's what I say, widow?
Yeah, you'll have D in here smacking me again. I ain't dusting my widows.
Man, we're going to have him casting that fly rod like nobody's business.
And then Mark Barnum says that it's 9-foot fly rod or nothing.
Oh, Mark, I don't know if I'd have to get a different blank than the one I'm using. Of course, the first blank that he gave me was a really good high quality blank. But this one is supposed to be it too, but it's rough finish on it, so it's hard to build, and it's just not what I want. I just don't care for it much.
And not to be funny or anything, but I mean,
you have no worry.
If you have a caller, you Richard,
A sack full of them.
Sack full of Richards.
Hi, my name's Chad. Have you met me?
I even forgot what I was going to say. Stature has definitely something to do with it, with the length of a rod, especially if you're casting it back and forth like that. So I imagine that it's something.
Well, and I've got a 9 weight that I've had for almost a year that I haven't even had a chance to build yet. I've just been too busy doing stuff, but I'm excited about it. Now it's not that long. I think it's an 8 foot.
And, Lyle, I got a number 6 weight reel here that needs a rod.
I have one here that needs a rod.
I'm gonna take that one to Springfield and get one for it. Don't worry about that one.
You're gonna get me one.
Hey, have you seen the $100,000 Lund he's got? He can place an order.
He can, I have a the last time this guy me and Tom grew up together, and then later in life he married my younger sister, and then they split. But him and I have always been good friends, and we still are. He was somewhere here a while back and bought one of them Songolays or whatever kind of reel that was that Richard was testing the other day, and he made his video. I have a fly rod that's made by that company, and I haven't had. I needed a reel for it, so I had to order one. Mark, you know how it is.
I know, I understand. And I was going to say, Chad's going to take you over to that small mart to get you a fly rod for that.
No, I'll use this one because I want to see if it's any good. You know, he didn't give hardly anything for it. We bought a couple of them, and he gave me one, and he kept one, and I didn't have a reel for it. Well, I do. I got another one out there. We're all ready to go, but I needed a new reel, so I didn't.
You needed an excuse, is what you needed.
Maybe that's what it is.
I keep sending you stuff that you need, Lyle, and you keep shooting me down.
That's because you're not like Chad.
Like that lifted lawn tractor that was about 3.5 foot tall.
Yeah,
that was kind of cool. But he did stuff ladder to go with it.
That is kind of cool. Oh yeah.
We got plans to do a little fishing. We were going to do a little pond fishing today, but we kind of ran out of time. We still may go do something tonight. We'll see how Brandon is. He's kind of a early to bed, early to rise kind of guy.
I know that he is. Now, did you guys you got to buy them $250 3-day Illinois permits yet?
No, how much are they actually?
They're not that much.
I think they're like 15 or 20 bucks, something like
that.
that.
They're not bad.
$15, it isn't too bad. So that's one thing. That's one thing. The DNR here, they're pretty reasonable. There's some other aspects of the state which aren't.
The only thing they're reasonable on. The only thing.
I know something that's not. Toll road.
I'll give you
Chicago in general. Screw that.
Easy.
I started twitching just thinking about that daggone toll.
Listen, I've already mapped out my road home, and it totally bypasses Chicago. And
Oh, wow.
Mile radius.
I told her it would make her stronger. She didn't care. She's like, "That's okay. I'm a coward. I'm going the long way."
No, I'm very smart for bypassing that disaster.
Well, I think that between you and I'm not sure about our guest having a good time, but we're going to have a lot of fun this week.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're gonna try and do the same here. We're looking
We're
forward.
going to have a blast.
What's the comment, Betty? Brandon says so. Betty, how's the
Brandon
spec?
says?
No, Freddie says.
Okay.
I said Freddie.
No, you didn't. Go ahead.
Look, can you get her a Q-tip? So Betty, how's the special trophy doing it? Rubbing it in Mark and Chad's face. What's he talking about?
Oh, look, Freddie doesn't have a wrench.
Cheaper because I want.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's right, the Mendota one. I was gone when he presented.
I got him for us, Mark. Don't worry about it.
All right, thanks, bud. Bye, Freddie.
Hey, nubbies.
We're gonna have to do that next time we're in Mendota, or next time we meet, and come up with another trophy for that. I'm looking forward to that. Freddie had a great idea in coming up with that, and Betty did get the. I missed it by like half an hour, else that'd have been mine.
I think it was 8 minutes.
8 minutes, something like that.
You had caught your fish too early.
That's okay.
Hey.
I still did.
You
Mark, when you're this good, right?
gagged with your
You don't wait. You don't wait for the big fish. Just knock it out of the ballpark right off the bat. That's what me and Mark
I'd
did.
have done like a walleye fisherman and cheated my way into that trophy.
Oh, no.
What did Bugman say to us one day during that Mendota? He says there's two kind of people in this world. One are cheaters and the others are losers, right? Isn't that? Or was that a NASCAR saying?
That might have been a NASCAR thing. It's racing in general. I told you, if you're racing cars and you're not cheating the rules, you're not winning. It's just that simple.
Pontoon Jody's joined us. What's going on? The Queen of the May flies. Have you seen some of those videos?
I have. I've seen some of the lives too.
So
I think she needs a spoon to eat them damn things.
I bet you J-Dog would eat them.
I'm quite sure of that.
Of what? What?
Mayflies.
Yeah.
He'd bite a shad and a skipjack. Hell, he'd eat a mayfly. No question about it.
And stink bait. He had some stink bait going too that one night.
I thought you guys were talking about her needing a steak knife to cut her mashed potatoes that she cooked.
Nubby says that's exactly right, Lyle. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
That's, I love my Fords, but that was an advantage we had with them because everybody runs Chevrolets. They didn't know if he was cheating with them Fords or not. They didn't even know if he was running the right size motor or not. They didn't have to check them.
We're off the rails again here. Back to fishing. Here's the plan. What we're gonna do? I got a bait tank full of bait that I've been busting my hump catching and dying in the heat, and I got it all ready to go. So we're gonna go out there and fish tomorrow, and hopefully get on some good old shovel heads. I guess I'll call them shovel heads while they're here.
What is that?
I don't know, but they keep telling me we're going to catch shovel heads.
The question I'm after is, what was the temperature up there today?
89 degrees, Lyle.
Oh my God. It was 102 here.
Better you than me. Hades, Missouri is all I'm going to say.
And they wonder why we're going to go early.
Mm-hmm.
It'll
be 100 degrees here tomorrow.
And we'll be in early too.
100
we
degrees.
Figure out we'll make an itinerary of what we're going to do. But like I say, one day for sure, Dee and Chad's going to learn how to catch a fly rod, and we might even start one afternoon out in the backyard or something, and then graduate them up to the waterway. But this is a really cool place on the Angry River where we can go, and there's fish in there, and they can practice. And if they don't catch anything, it's okay as long as they learn the basics of how to operate it. And I'm excited about doing that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Like I say, we want to head to Truman Lake. We'll see how that works out. If it works out really good, we might hit it again. I really, as bad as I'd like to take them to Lake Ozarks, I really think that's a bad idea this time.
It's this prime time of the year right now. You're talking end of July, beginning of August. You got kids that are done with summer school and camp and stuff.
Guys told me last week that Lake Ozark was busier last week than it was the 4th of July weekend.
Man, that's crazy.
So, yeah,
I think the only place I would go near on Lake of the Ozark is the Blue Cat Cafe.
Blue Cat Cafe.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Well, there's some other good places on Lake of the Ozark to eat.
That's a big lake. I'm sure there's plenty of places.
There's a sports bar that Cindy and I stop at all the time that's very reasonable. It's behind a gas. It's kind of out away from everything. It's always packed, and it's got excellent food. And it's right at the Lake of the Ozarks.
And about it being 102 tomorrow, this is why I'm waiting until September to come and visit you, Pops.
Hey, dude, I got it. Why do you think my boat I got a trolling motor on? I haven't even tried it out since once I figured out what had happened to it, just because it's 100 degrees every day. And I don't have to go out there, and you can't make me.
If Brandon's back here dying laughing. If the weather's right, and I'm checking it right now, tomorrow night while we're out there fishing, it's going to be, hold on a second. Tomorrow night it is going to be 72 degrees, so it'll be perfect for fishing.
Oh yeah, that's nice. If it'd be 72, we'd be out all the time.
So if we can keep Brandon awake, we'll be out there most of the night. And I want to put
catching fish, you'll stay awake. So those
can
are to
sleep
you.
On the bow.
There we go.
I
got a nice padded bow. He can curl up. We'll bring him a pillow if we need it. So
very good.
The lows here are going to be in the 72 to 75. The
lows
at
yeah.
night.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he's talking about. So.
Yeah, but we're going to be sleeping.
No, you done said that.
You don't sleep, Lyle. Who are you kidding?
That's true. That's so true.
I have pictures to prove different.
But that don't count.
No, it does.
Uncle Jeep says 102. That's it. Oh man, Jeep, I feel for you, man.
Yeah, I don't know where he's at, but if it's worse than 102, I wonder what 106 is a heat mark, not 89. 7 days of 100. Wow. I know out in Phoenix area, it's pretty warm out there.
You keep that down there with you, Troy. Troy says 106 Fahrenheit is heat mark, not 89. 7 more days of 100.
Is it Troy in Arkansas?
No, he's in Texas.
Tell
Troy,
Al that
you
explains-
come up here around December, and we'll see what you think about our weather up here. Stay a couple of weeks. You get used to that 30 degree,
I'll pass on that too.
30 degrees for a high in April, and see how you feel about 89 degrees.
Uh-oh. Freddie says Betty and Brandon, maybe they can show Mark how to catch real shovel. Yes. Oh.
Freddie, again, I just gave him good reviews on the FOA merchandise that I bought.
Jody says her birthday's in October and she's starting a 3-month transformation. I'm going on a diet. I have to eat my own cooking.
I was going to say, are you going to transform into a cook or what?
My God.
Bugman, I'm with you there, bud. Bugman says I'm fat. I sweat at 82 degrees.
I'm fat. I sweat
65. Yeah.
I was at CatCon this year. I had to walk from my truck in through that whole building. I was breaking a sweat once I got there. So
I got you. Nubby's my birthday's in October also.
I'm gonna let you finish up. I'm gonna go play with your wiener.
Okay.
All right. Wiener dog.
Yeah, I got you. We're gonna have so much fun this week. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
you guys are gonna have a good time. I think we're gonna have a good time. So we're, like I said, we're gonna get out on the water. We're gonna get them on some choke points, some outside bends. We're gonna throw everything we have at them and see what's going on. Look at Chad. You better lock that up in a safe because he's gonna go home with that, Lyle.
He said it to me, so
He's an Indian giver. He'll take it back. Pardon my expression.
yeah, I keep it right there where I can touch it anytime I want to.
Excuse me?
They're real.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to make sure we were both talking about the same thing.
I knew what I was talking about. I'm not sure about you, however.
Parker Pursuits, how dare you? He says, I'm with Lyle. Would rather be violated by a honey badger than go to Chicago.
Look, it's not
Oh, my
bad to get
God.
here. You just have to bypass it. So for me, I go over to Bloomington, Illinois, and then go straight north, and I never have to go.
Bloomington
to
what?
Illinois.
There you go. It's much better.
Illinois. And you don't have to hit Chicago at all.
For some reason, I've never been in Chicago. The only reason I ever see to go there would be to go to Wrigley Field to watch the Cardinals beat the crap out of the Cubs. I'd love to do that.
How are the Cardinals doing?
They didn't do too good against the Cubs. The last time they played earlier this year, they beat them 3 in a row. But this time they only won 1 out of 4.
You know, my brother-in-law hates the Cubs. He's a Sox fan. All right, it's a Chicago thing. You got to understand.
It's
But
one
he
or the
told
other, yeah.
I told him about you, and when the Cubs beat the Cardinals, he texted me to say, "Hey, just so you know, tell your friend that the Cardinals suck because he hates the Cardinals worse than the Cubs."
Well, they do this year, but I'm still a fan, and I'll be a fan till the day I die. I don't care how bad they play. I'm all red, man. But I do. There is nothing better than watching the Cardinals beat the Cubs. Watching them play. I mean, it doesn't matter which one to win. It's a great rivalry.
Absolutely not.
Piscador says, I was in Chicago. The subway is no joke. Betty just reached over and says, I've never even seen a subway. I just told her we're riding.
Yeah, I have never seen one either. Here we go. Chicago is home to my all-time hero, Al Bundy.
That's right.
I got to place my hand there in his honor.
How do you think my show happens every week? It's usually my position. It's just under the desk. Y'all.
That's right. Al Bundy. He's the greatest comedian. Man, oh, man. He had some good shows that he played in his career, but his portraying of Al Bundy had to be the top. It just has to be. I mean, he ranks right up there with George Jefferson and some of them other comedians that done shows. Carol O'Connor and guys like that.
Now we're dating ourselves, Lyle. I was a wee little kid when those shows were on reruns.
I was not.
Even.
I was not. But that's okay. I don't mind.
Pontoon Jody says, I hope everyone has a fun, safe trip and catch a lot of fish. Catch us a big one, Betty.
Very nice.
You know, I'm not, these two are, I told them that I'm going to let them catch all the fish while they're out there. And
Yeah.
they were arguing and stuff. But if we hook into one and it's peel and drag, we'll see who picks it up. I'm pretty stubborn.
Whoever gets to the real fastest, that'll be Betty. There ain't no doubt in my mind. She'll knock you guys out of the way, take that reel, and reel that fish right on in. George Carlin, you're right, Mark. My hero. I still watch reruns of his stuff. It was so accurate and spot on.
I don't know what that means. And I have no idea.
Must be a recipe of some kind.
Don't give her any ideas. We don't need any owls cooked. They're protected.
Hey, have you got everything gathered up where we can do our giveaway, Mark?
We do. Real quick, Freddie says Chad can show Lyle how to. Oh, never mind. Maybe Lyle can show Chad how to fish. That takes a miracle worker. I believe
We're
in.
We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a great time. It's going to be so much fun.
And Tim says, my favorite Al Bundy quote, it's not the dress that makes you look fat. It's the fat that makes you look fat. Wow.
Well,
I need to start reading these before I highlight them and read them in lives.
Some of them shoe comments when them women was trying on shoes were classic.
I don't think we're going to go there too much. You what? Oh, Betty wants to click the spin button. Let me share it here though first.
Click the spin button. All right.
We got a spin button. We got all the members on the wheel. I added them at the beginning of the show.
And folks, we would love to have you hit the thumbs up button while you're in here watching. And you can subscribe to our channel and you can have content sometimes better than what we had tonight. Talk a little bit more about what we're doing. And if you like to join to be in for drawings like this, we'll have another one next month for our members only.
We're excited because we got family visiting us both in Missouri and up here in the great state of Illinois, the suburb of Chicago. Betty, stop it. Gonna make sure she has a good time.
There you go.
All right, so we got the wheel loaded up with all the members. Quiet Man Curtis, what's up, bud? Did Lyle come from the wild, wild west? Is that how old he is?
Almost.
He traveled the Oregon Trail.
Nubby says the link in the description does not work. Nubby, I'll tell you what. If you go to the channel page and join there, do you want to add Nubbies to the giveaway too?
If you want. Yes, sir.
That's up to you. You're the boss.
Yeah, I'm good with it. I don't care with you.
You got to promise you're going to become a member. We'll add that to there. We'll shuffle it a few times. And you let me know when you want to have Betty Jean click the spin button.
Whenever you're ready.
Come here, Betty. You got to come over here.
I'm clicking this so Dee will win.
Oh, she wants Dee to win. She's showing favoritism.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Let her rip.
Oh, there for a while, Dee or Betty one was winning everything.
Here we go.
Fishing and freedom.
Hey, fishing freedom.
Good job.
Congratulations, Richard. I'm sure if you don't have Richard's address, I'm sure, and Stephanie, I'm sure you'll get it from him. And I'm sure somebody will let him know, Parker, since Parker talks to him all the time.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Congratulations, guys. Thanks for being members to Catfish or to Panfish Nation. We'll get it figured out.
We do. It'd be fine. But
there he is. He's in here. Look at this. Thank you for your support, Richard and Stephanie. You guys are awesome people.
Get them babies mailed right out to you, Richard. I think I've got your shipping address, but you might want to message it to me just in case, because we don't want to miss it for sure. And then, like I say, tomorrow or Wednesday or Thursday one, I'll have it out. Depends on whether Chad lets me go fishing or not.
I know he's so mean to the elderly. I mean, to older people.
That's what I hear. I've not noticed that about him, but you never know.
Are you taking your box of Geritol jigs?
Geritol jigs.
Don't you remember we came up with the line of jigs for you?
Yeah, I don't remember anything about that. No.
Well, that's called dementia.
I have. Yeah, I know you did. That's how come you went and seen Mark.
You never know. I might show up and see
Hey,
you.
wait a
one day.
minute. I don't know how to feel about
What are
that.
you gonna do when I just come knocking on your door one day?
I got a ring.
We've been playing. How long have we been playing in this get together?
A while.
Almost a year now.
Yeah.
Well, you was down at their house last year, so it was their turn, right?
No.
No, 2
ago.
years ago. 2 years
2
ago.
years ago. Oh hell, they're a year behind. That means they got to come back next year.
Well, we had a trip planned, but I didn't have a very good year last year.
Yeah, and I broke a couple ribs. We were gonna all meet with Chad down in Alabama, and
Brandon
I
had
remember.
back
Yeah.
surgery, and you know how it goes.
I do. Well, I'm planning on Mendota for next year, so
Me too.
I
That's my
can't wait.
birthday trip.
we may be there tomorrow. Stay tuned.
I guarantee you, if I was as close as you are, and I had to take some company out to a place I was sure they could do good, that's where it'd be. It's not that far for you.
I told you, flathead fever. We got it, and they want to catch flathead.
I understand that. I got you, and you've got a great flathead fishery. It really is. It's not deep. It's not wide. It's not really that long, but it's got great fish in it.
It's been rough, but we're gonna give it a hell tomorrow. So
They should be off nest. If not, they're coming off. So
I think so.
light them up. Light them up. Looking forward to pictures.
We're gonna try. And if anybody's watching that's in the area and you're out there, make sure you stop by and say hello to us. We'll be out there probably the rest of the week and weekend. So
Yeah, bet he'll be the good looking one.
and let me know and call me if you know where the shad are.
I'm trying to. My goal is to give Mark a personal best to beat in his own boat for years to come.
That'll work.
I
can
think
live with
that's an excellent thing to do.
Yeah.
And
I can live with
Brandon,
that.
I can hear Brandon back there now.
All right, Lyle, you got anything else for us, bud?
Just check out Thursday night. Chad and Freddie and Brian B will be going live from the bait shop. Monday night, Catfish Weekly, followed by the Catfish and Crappie podcast. Other than that, I think we're good, man.
Amen. It's great. I can't wait to see pictures and hear from you guys over the next few days.
We're going to have a blast. I'm sure that there'll be bunches of pictures coming from Bass Pro Shop because, like I say, it's the #1 tourist attraction in the entire state of Missouri. So it takes a day, and you won't see it all. And what I've already got my plan made, Mark. When we go down there, I'm just going to turn them loose and find me a place to sit.
That's pretty much the way I go about it.
And when they're done, they can come get. I
Hopefully
can't do all that walking, but it is. You can't see if you go all week, you can't see it all.
Yeah.
It's just like that. That's how big it is. But it's something that if you this close, you should go see.
Yep.
It's just really huge. But other than that, thanks everybody for watching. It was a fun show. We'll talk more about fishing. I'm going to try to stay on them bluegills and stuff, and I hope you guys have a great week up there.
Thanks for having us, Lyle, as always, bud.
See you guys.
Good night, everybody.